The comic book guy and his wife were incredibly close. Homer was drawn in by the smell of their burritos, but thankfully Marge pulled him away just in time. Their family was headed to someone else's birthday party. Meanwhile, comic book guy and his wife were out living their best life. At the party, the Simpsons were miserable, suffering through all sorts of annoyances. While the contrast with comic book guy's carefree outing couldn't have been clearer, Marge was at her breaking point, and by the end she was completely exhausted. They even took the wrong kid home by mistake. Desperate, they called Ned to babysit so they could sneak off to a trivia night. There they ended up teaming up with comic book guy and his wife. Thanks to the perfect coordination between the four of them, they won. The experience brought them all closer together. Later, Kumiko came over to visit, and Marge asked if she could watch Maggie for a while. Little Maggie unexpectedly awakened Kumiko's maternal instincts. She started to want a child of her own, but comic book guy wasn't on board. He even rejected Kumiko's romantic advances, which led to an argument between them. Marge felt guilty for getting involved, and Homer started to envy the child-free lifestyle. So they came up with an idea: convince comic book guy to take care of their kids for a while so they could escape for some couple time. Comic book guy forced the kids to quietly sit through a movie. To his surprise, they actually loved it. Even he ended up enjoying himself. Meanwhile, Homer and Marge got trapped and couldn't get back at home. Comic book guy was starting to warm up to the idea of having children, but Lisa and the other kids were scared and started crying over Homer and Marge's disappearance. Comic book guy fled. Kumiko realized he wasn't coming back. She was furious at Marge and Homer, trying to make things right. Marge and Homer went looking for comic book guy. That's when they learned about his past. Everyone in his family had their own collection hobby, but there was no real love in the house. His dad didn't even show up for one of his childhood competitions, which caused him to perform poorly. And that's how he ended up falling in love with comics. Marge decided to investigate further. She found out comic book guy's dad actually did care. He hadn't gone because he was afraid he wouldn't know how to comfort his son if he lost. He had even prepared a gift. That revelation finally allowed comic book guy to make peace with his past.